Well,
hold on.
You got game intros on your phone.
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
That's the Nintendo.
That's the ultimate Wii startup. Surround sound, motherfucker. You remember that?
Anyway, we're back, people.
I'm just waiting for the dun 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 dun.
Okay.
No, I don't have theme songs on here. Just startups, okay?
All right.
Hell
Speaking of which, worst games of all time. Go.
Zelda CDI. That was an easy one, dude.
I don't know if it qualifies as a game. Was it actually playable?
Unfortunately, yeah. It was.
Well,
okay. Now, are we saying worst is in technically worst, or worst
all
is
the
in
above.
as in insulting?
I don't
all
think
the above.
I don't think it's hard to have a broad brush like that. It's
Why?
easier because you could say it again. It's opinionated because you could say Call of Duty.
Some are some are
You
not.
can say Call of Duty. You can say the Halos.
Okay, well, wait. Those will be a matter of debate, but some are not.
Some are not a matter of debate. Okay.
Some are just.
Well, what comes to mind, which I'm sure it's going to be mentioned, is
Superman 64?
the system.
Yeah.
The system that you most hate. You know, the Nintendo
64.
64. And
Castlevania 64.
no, I think Superman takes the cake. It's
But
just-
again, we're just. I just said
I mean, because
worst games of all time. I didn't say
how many people even got past the goddamn ring?
I did once, and I
you
would
know,
never
and
do
then
it
after
again.
you do that, you got to pick up the bus. And
No.
you didn't even get to the game. That's
No.
like for some reason.
You know what's funny though is that as bad as Superman 64 was, at least you felt at some point in some sort of semblance of control. Play Prize Fighter for the Sega CD.
You have no control. It's just full motion video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't Marky Mark have a game on the Sega CD?
If you want to
game.
call it that.
Right.
So did Chris
Jesus
Cross.
Christ, man.
Chris
Yeah.
Cross had a game.
Yeah.
I was totally unaware of that.
If you want to call it that.
No.
Well, people don't call the Zelda. See, we're hitting on that system sucked.
What, the CDI itself?
Yeah.
Well, we talked about that already.
That's
but
what
we're
I'm
talking
saying.
about
And the
games.
game sucked.
Okay.
I think everything just. God. Ugh.
Worst games of all time can be due to experience, or due to maybe the individual not getting it
Well,
as far as the game, and then developing an opinion as far as
well,
it
just
being
like
bad or
your
worse.
just like your opinion with the Madden, when John Elway went for 102 yards.
No, John Elway ran 85 yards from the 15, dodging tackles, outrunning everyone on my fucking team, and scored a touchdown. So what did I do? I pushed eject. CD was still spinning. This was on a PlayStation 1. And I took it out and I frisbeed that shit away. Never to be seen again. Because I was like, there is no motherfucking way that's gonna happen. No.
I think I was especially, I guess you could call it fortunate to say that majority of my bad game experiences came during the time that we could actually rank games.
Okay,
On a
fine.
regular basis.
Yeah.
Rise of the Robots comes to mind.
Rise of the Robots was
Yeah.
horrible.
Rise of the Robots was horrible.
Oh! Oh, God.
Technically functional, but horrible.
Functionable, but
All right.
horrible. Shaq Fu.
I'll do you one worst. Cool World.
You actually rented and played that?
Yes.
Why?
Or,
Not an animated titty in sight, okay?
or
I remember going ahead and picking up, playing it, alright? And then I got to the club with the bouncer, and then I got stuck. That was it. It was like nothing, you know?
what about Spot?
Never played it.
Spot actually
But I
was
heard that was
or
actually pretty.
NES.
I heard that was actually pretty
A
good.
lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah, there was a cool spot was on Super NES and also on the Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that bad. I mean, there's
What was that recent motorcycle? That motorcycle game. That something about Highway to Hell or something like that.
Oh,
What's the name of that?
it slips my mind for the moment. We're gonna come back to that.
Yeah.
But that one I think
Never
scored
played
the
it.
low. I didn't play it either.
Yeah.
Because thanks to modern times, we don't get there's enough people that played it and hated it. But
Yeah.
worst game all time.
Well, just worst games.
I have to say, worst games. We've already mentioned majority of them. Castlevania 64, both of them, was garbage. The camera didn't work. It was just the mechanics didn't work. It was just a fundamental piece of shit. It was just, it's got to a point to where you were fortunate that when you put it in, it turned on. That's how bad it was, man. It was just, it really took me out of the Castlevania.
Were you really fortunate that it turned on? Because
Right.
You're I gotta play this.
Yeah, but that was before. Yeah, but no, I played it once and that was the end of it. But yeah, the Castlevania 64s were horrible.
Romancing Saga.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was horrible. And that was out at the time when almost folks, you talk to people about Square Enix now and they don't treat it like the sacred cow like they did before Final Fantasy hit double digits.
Well, see that's what a lot of people say is that once they started going in the double, like 10,
that
10. To me, 10 wasn't as bad as what people made it out to be. I actually enjoyed it because I think 10 is the one with the where you underwater soccer or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Right. That was an interesting part to it, but that goes with everything else, though. I mean, with Final Fantasy, a lot of people lost interest once it got up, 10, 13, or 10, 12, 13, and the new one's coming out this year is 15.
Well, what happened with people's tastes, they changed over time, and then not only did their tastes change over time, but the same creative folks that were really key to a lot of the decisions, the way they were putting games together, they left. All right.
What about Dr. Jekyll and Hyde?
At least
have you actually played it? Have you played it though?
Yes.
I mean, you could go on the
yes,
YouTube and find out and all that stuff, but I've actually played that, and I have to agree with a couple other people that people said that Friday the 13th was a terrible game too. I actually like that game.
Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures.
Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures.
You are walking around. You have basically zero control over Pac-Man himself. You are a slingshot shooting at the screen, and directing arrows left or right, telling Pac-Man where to go.
A lot of people say that the Super Scope games weren't very good either.
All 7
all
of them?
6, I think. Wasn't there 6 games? That's why I called it Super Scope.
Yeah,
6?
but I think there was one that came out individually.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if it did or didn't.
Yeah, I think there was 7 games for that thing total.
And
They should have kept the Zapper going for the NES.
absolutely. But I can't really. And again,
Power Pad games?
Yeah.
Power Glove? Oh,
Well,
no, that's peripherals, and we're
That's
going to get to that.
peripheral.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it really depends on your opinion because a lot of people think that Top Gun was a terrible game.
Because they couldn't get far in it. They couldn't play it.
They couldn't land the.
They
Yeah.
couldn't land the plane.
I mean, people say that Xavius, is a
Xavius?
terrible game. Yeah.
Who?
Well, they just couldn't get the far.
Man. Well, a lot of people can't get far on shooting or shooters.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
shoot 'em
back
up.
in those days, yeah.
Why? You just shoot them up and you dodge bullets.
And
Didn't have the Konami code.
yeah.
Didn't have Konami code. Well, Konami doesn't even have the Konami code anymore. They're not a fucking gaming company.
Shit. I remember when Konami started putting the Konami code in. And
Everything.
no, in certain games where it was like, oh, okay, we're gonna put it in, and if you put it in, your opponent, your player will die. He will explode.
Radius
in
would
It
do
was
that.
hilarious.
Radius did that.
I think that was a good troll.
Yeah.
Because
No,
it was
You can
used
do it
too
once.
much.
You can do it once to go ahead and power up. The second time you did it,
Yeah.
unpause.
Yeah,
Explode.
Yeah.
that was Radius.
There was another game that they did where
What?
literally, I think it's a PlayStation game where
Ha!
you put it in. Basically, what happens is that the character, all of a sudden, he gets ejected up in the air and then he just explodes into pieces.
That's hilarious. Okay, well, let's go into more modern times. What about Street Fighter 4?
Oh.
No, more modern times. Let's do this. What was it? Steel Battalion.
Ah!
What, the
For-
Kinect
For
version?
the Kinect, yeah.
Oh, never played it.
Or what about the stupid, what was that? The Fruit Ninja one? The game that you're slicing, dicing,
Actually, that's functionable.
fruit. It's functionable, but terrible game.
It's not so okay. You're doing it over phones or tablets. It's not. That's not supposed to be.
No, I'm talking about using the Kinect.
As people using the Kinect. At least it works.
Wait. Time
Well,
out.
wait,
Wait. No.
Yeah,
There is that.
Yeah, there is a version for the Kinect.
Are you? Okay, I've been to Dave and Buster's and you do it on a big ass screen,
Yeah.
but you're still touching something. You're telling me that there's a version on the Kinect where you stand a certain.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I mean, it's a functional game. It is.
What?
But it's a terrible game.
How?
It's a terrible game.
It was
Because,
a fucking
because, the,
Kinect.
because the Kinect can't
Then how can you
sense
call it functional?
you
No.
turned on.
So did my Game Gear for about 3 minutes.
Okay, so you said that to go to modern time. What other games do you have in mind?
I said the Steel Battalion for Kinect was
Yes.
horrible.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what brought up the other one.
Yeah, Steel Battalion.
All
let's see.
Kinect games. Let's just throw them out there.
No, there's
What?
There are actually a few Kinect games that are fun. Right?
Huh?
Like not that I've played any of them.
Play.
There-
Well, actually,
there are a
there's
few
one
that
game.
that are functional. All right.
The new it's like the spiritual successor of
You're talking about Child of Eden.
Child of Eden. Yeah, Res.
Spiritual successor.
It didn't say Res, but I mean it's the same type of concept.
Just play Res.
Well,
Just-
okay. But even worse. Let's see here.
Worse.
Something that had everything in place in order for it to succeed, but it didn't. Was Bionic Commando.
Oh no. Oh,
I have no comment.
PS3 and Xbox 360.
Baby's Kids for the Super Nintendo. That just popped into my head.
Maybe it's kids.
Horrible.
Well, you just said Shaq Fu too, man.
I said
Before.
Shaq Fu.
Terrible.
I mean, not to be outdone, there was also Michael Jordan's Chaos in the Windy City.
Okay, I got one. What about Michael Jackson Moonwalker?
Michael Jackson Moonwalker was fun.
No,
That was actually
that was
a good
fun.
game.
I'm talking about I'm not talking
No
about the
arcade
arcade.
and system.
And Genesis.
If
yes.
you played the game and if you understood it,
No, I understand. I'm talking about. Wasn't it on the Super Nintendo?
no.
No.
Genesis.
I thought it was on the Super Nintendo.
No. Genesis.
Well, I stand corrected. I will admit my defeat on that one.
Wow. Warehouse, good Sonic games, modern Sonic games. I'm gonna make that absolutely clear.
There are
Sonic games from back in the day. Okay,
there's
Sonic
modern
games from
Sonic
back in the day.
Those ain't
And
Sonic games, man. That's just
I
Sonic the
think it
Hedgehog.
stopped at Sonic Adventure 2, and then everything just
Yeah.
dropped.
Oh, gee, man.
Although there's actually a Sonic Sonic, I think it's Brotherhood of Chaos on the DS that was made by BioWare. It was
What?
actually a pretty good RPG.
Really?
It's an
Yes.
RPG.
Yes.
That's kind of odd having Sonic in an RPG.
And it's made by fucking BioWare.
So let me ask you a question: Did they search for Chaos crystals? Is that what?
Yeah.
Chaos Emeralds?
Yeah.
Or emeralds? I meant.
That's interesting.
No.
I didn't know that.
Yes, this is true. Look that. I have to go and check that
I'm gonna
out.
have
yes.
to look at that.
Yes.
But most modern Sonic games, no.
Yeah.
That, damn it.
Sonic Colors, Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic Generations. Man, there's
Anybody that has opinions on what you think some of the worst games are, feel free to comment below. These are just from the top of our heads. I'm sure there are much, much, much more.
But we hit most of
Oh.
them. I mean,
And like you said, some of it is going to be a matter of opinion. Some people are going to say the most popular things that they can't play or they just don't like. I mean,
if we're going by like just bad feelings in general, I could sit there and I can easily name this shirt Arkham Knight. But it's just
this is just
that's because you have the PC version.
This is
Yeah.
just a
Unplayable version.
Batman
But like
symbol,
I
man.
said,
Does you see Arkham Knight written anywhere on there?
like I said,
It has the Batman symbol on it.
But it's just a Batman signal.
like
That's
I
all.
said, if like I said, this shirt Arkham Knight. Okay.
This shirt, Arkham Knight.
Okay.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah. No, I don't. I think if he was around, it might have even saved the experience on PC.
No,
All
I'm
right.
talking about Ben Affleck himself.
Oh,
Well,
so talking the actor or the director?
The actor.
The actor.
daggone.
No.
And like you said,
Just
I mean,
opinion. Just opinion.
I mean, well, you know, in recent times, you know, the glitchy games. I mean, just like you said,
That's a damn shame that there's still glitchy
you know,
games.
Arkham Knight, your PC, the PC Master Race should have the better version, but it ended up the exact opposite, that the consoles
Yeah.
actually had a smoother version.
Let's see here. But then you sit there, you can go back on console, and it's like you're gonna sit there and you're gonna tell me that I'm gonna play something like what's really, really, really bad. Oh, any of the brand new WWE 2K games.
See, I haven't.
A lot of those are horrible.
Haven't played those.
And when it comes
Never played 'em.
to glitches,
I think the
Hey,
last WWF game that I played were on the 64s.
No Mercy.
Absolutely.
No
100%,
Mercy.
hands down.
One of the best games ever. Play it.
We played it so
Yep.
many times.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
yeah.
We're going to go to best games in a moment. But worst games. Oh, God. It's funny. I didn't name a Dreamcast game. I didn't name an Atari game. We barely touched on NES. We barely touched on Super Nintendo.
It just reestablishes what he said earlier about the Nintendo 64. You know, it's the curse of the third system. You know what I mean? And it's been
Curse of the third generation.
the third generation
Yeah.
of that system.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, Nintendo had it, PlayStation had it, and unfortunately Xbox is having it right
Sega
now.
had it.
Sega had it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, and most of the games that were horrible just so happened to be on the Nintendo
Yeah.
64.
A lot of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Karate Champ.
Karate Champ's a great game.
For what? The arcade or the system?
Dude, I play it on the NES.
You have to get used to the control.
Yeah, but I mean,
It didn't translate well
Don't you
from
have
arcade.
that up there on the shelf
Yes,
right
I
there?
do have that on
That's
the
what I'm
shelf.
saying. I'm looking at it right there.
Hey, now wait a minute. I have a Rocketeer on NES too.
I noticed that. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty surprised that you.
Okay. Okay.
Rocketeer.
Well, someone picked.
Well, that's another horrible game.
I have John Elway's quarterback.
That's a horrible game, Rocketeer.
Wait, I have John Elway's quarterback for the NES. Horrible.
Worse than 10-yard fight.
Yes.
It was terrible.
10-yard bite.
10-yard fight.
Sucked.
At least in 10-yard fight, there was actually a 10-yard fight. This John Elway's quarterback, it was always a glitch in the game where you hike to the quarterback and he runs turbo fast.
I remember that. That was
And
well
no matter
known.
what teams you picked, it was always red versus
That
blue.
was well. That
Yeah.
was well known.
It was never.
And it was never even either. You picked certain teams that you could win with. If you picked any other team, you were done.
Terrible.
Just
Terrible
like
game.
baseball. Yeah, there was a baseball game. What was it? That you always picked the Yankees or another one that you always won on.
Man, wait a minute.
I'm not talking about MLB baseball.
There
No.
were only certain games that had the license, so you got to be.
Yeah,
very
it was. I
specific.
think it was. What was it?
It couldn't have been RBI. It couldn't have been bases loaded. It couldn't
Bases
have been.
loaded. No, I'm not saying the NES.
Oh, okay.
No, I can't remember the name of the game.
I thought we were narrowing
No.
down
No.
NES. Okay.
Let me correct that.
All right.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Dude,
wait, a
I
horrible
love-
baseball game for the
I love
NES?
some. No, wait. Didn't Ken Griffey Jr.'s baseball was on
SNES.
NES?
Super
SNES. Oh, okay.
Wasn't it called Big Hurt Baseball?
No,
Because
that was Big Hurt. Was what's his name?
Howard
Not
Ripken?
Ken Griffey Jr. I cannot remember the dude's name right now.
yeah, but it was
Anyway, that's
Big Hurt Baseball because it was a big fucking hurt if you bought it. That game was a
But,
damn shame.
you know, RBI baseball. Oh God, man.
Okay.
Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna now. Okay. We're gonna discuss best games that in our opinion that we played.